Well, g'day everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Out of Ore. So I've been having a little bit of a fiddle with this so that I wasn't stuffing around for 160 episodes. I want to thank Split in Two Gaming because if you haven't seen his channel, he does mainly Out of Ore stuff, and he does some tutorials and stuff like that. And I needed to work out how to do power. I desperately needed to work out how to do power, which his video, he had a tutorial on it, has helped immensely. So what we've got set up here is we've got our power generator here. We've got a power pole and a power pole, and then we've got our transformer there. Now there is a certain distance. I think it was 20 meters between power poles. That's the furthest you can span. You can also only put a certain amount of power through these poles before they go pop. So you've got to be really, really careful of that. What you do need to do here is at the start, basically at the start, which is right about here, I've put a splitter in here. I had to change that around a little bit. And in here, we've got a unit load of 1,171, and that's the amount of kilowatts that it takes to run the entire plant that we've set up here. And that's the power that we need to generate and that we need to get running through there. The input speed, basically, if we go into the store here, and this is the way that he explained it, the 1 times in power input, it uses that power consumption, but what it does is it gives you a conveyor speed of 30. When you go up to the 3 times, which we've got, it gives you a conveyor speed of 30, and then I think that's times 3. So basically, I believe that will give us a conveyor speed of 90, which will speed up our plant a little bit. We do have the largest power poles, power pylons on, which is 3,600 kilowatts, which is going to cope with the power that we've put through there. And we've got the 2,800 kilowatt power generator running. Up there in our derricks, I've got fuel being made out of all the oil that we've extracted into the ground. So we are producing fuel. In here, I've got some fuel here, which I am going to add to there and bring that up. And what we will eventually do is probably get into a little bit of budget like free power generation in the sense of solar panels and wind turbines. But what I wanted to do was get this all fired up first and get it all working. I have tested it. You can see that we've got some ore coming through already with a scoop load. We've got nothing sitting in this storage here at the moment. We have nothing sitting in that storage, but our coal separator is working. And over the top here, we have some coal sitting in there, which is basically the first. I think it was the very first, I believe. No, it wasn't the very first one. It was our coal separator that we've got sitting in there. So that all works. It will get better, but in regards to my design, and what I will eventually do is I'm going to take this at some point in time, and I'm actually going to drop this sluice into a sell point. And I'm going to directly sell all of the ore that we're pulling out of the ground here eventually. Well, actually in the beginning, to be honest. But we're just going to test it out for now and grab some more out of there. But we do have a lot of stuff. And what I'm talking about there is production-wise, conveyor-wise, we have a... If I can find it in here, it's probably not in here. I don't think it is. These big hoppers, we're going to have to test those out at some point as well. Production, no, it's not in there. So basically our wash plant, we will actually want to dump that straight into a sell point, which I believe I'll have to find. Hang on a sec. So we've got the coal screen, the asphalt, the jaw crusher. Conveyor-wise, we've got the dual output hopper, the chute, the dump deck, drive over platform for dumping materials into conveyors. That's going to be really handy down when we're working down below, when we start changing all of that stuff around. That's going to be very, very handy. Buildings, quest buildings. No, well, there's a sell point there, but that's not the one that we want. So I need to actually find the one that we want, which would be, well, definitely won't be in power, but you can see the solar panels and the wind turbines. So we'll probably end up buying a wind turbine and trying to run this a little bit cheaper than what we are at the moment. So where are we? I need to find this this cell point. I did see it somewhere, guys. So I'll find it and then I will get back to you. Okay, so I could not find it, but if I could find some way of putting this cell point in here, then we can actually probably dump it straight into this cell point. I'm positive that there was something like that there, but I'm probably completely and utterly wrong. So let's open that up, grab all of this stuff, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take him out. This pole is going to probably be in the way, but I think we have a left. I reckon a left conveyor is probably the one that we need. The right conveyor is the one that we need. And then I'm going to dump it straight into a sell point for this. Purely because I want to actually start making a little bit of bloody money. So what do we got? I'm going to need the up 4 times. And I'm probably going to need another, maybe one of those. We could try the elevator up, actually. That'd be really cool. And then I need a right. So let's go into here and let's purchase ourselves a right. Where are you, sunshine? There's a right. Let's purchase one of those. And what we'll do is we'll go... right is there. So we'll throw that into there like that. That pole is definitely right in the bloody way. Right in the way. Elevator up. And we will put if we purchase a... What am I looking for? I'm looking for a chute right there. So we'll buy one of those and we'll throw a... if we go back into here, we need to get rid of those power inputs. We need a straight like that. So we'll go a straight like that. And we will go a chute like so. And then what we'll do is we'll throw the wash plant in, the cell point in here like this. I will try and line it up, which I'm probably not going to be very good at doing. So we'll see how we go. Come back. Actually, what we could probably do, I think, is grab some more concrete. Do I have more concrete blocks? I've got 2 concrete blocks. And throw all this stuff out of there just to get it out of our way for now. And we'll just grab a couple more buildings, rough concrete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Grab another 8 of those. And we'll throw those in here. Bring them out here, like so. And hopefully we'll be able to snap this sell point to here, which would be really good. Maybe bring one more out. We can easily change that. And that's the sell point there. Maybe we can sit it up there like that. That probably works quite well. And I might just throw one of those in there, I think, for now. And then that should directly sell our ore, which it looks like it's going to. So there we go. We've done that. I'm going to have a sip of my Coke. There we go. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I needed a sip of that Coke. So now what we're going to do is actually see if this has been successful or not. Let's get rid of you and throw one of you in like that. I think. Yeah, I'll throw that in there like that. All right. So, fuel's not going to last for very long. I've only got 1,500 litres in there. There is more fuel being generated up there. So, we probably want to get rid of... In fact, I think we'll do it this way for now until the fuel runs out. Let's turn him on. And we are generating 2,800 kilowatts. Right. Over here, we'll make sure that he's turned on, and he is. And you can see that our unit load is 1260, and we are generating 1260. So everything is operating and running as it should for now. Let's see if we can maybe do a little bit of digging out here without completely and utterly destroying myself and embarrassing myself like I always do when I'm playing. We'll come in here and we'll dump all of this down here. There we go. I kind of can't see down there. It's really, really hard to see because we don't have it. And this is where I want to probably get the smaller excavator, I reckon. Is probably going to help that. So let's dig some more out. There we go. Continue driving in here. I am causing myself quite a few problems. So we may end up, as I said, we may end up buying that small excavator. So let's throw that down there. Because it kind of just doesn't fit, does it? In here. Some more out of there. Ruin that. I'm going to change my view to this and see if we can actually do it this way. Oh no, that's changing my view. So I can't do that. Oh no, I haven't got it set up properly. Oh, I actually shouldn't have done that. I actually just teleported. It's a failure, isn't it? But what you can see is that that's all going in there. It's all selling straight away. This is using up fuel, so that is working the way that it should be. And I believe... we won't be having any crushed rock or anything in here at this particular point in time, but I will be getting back in here. There we go. And we'll be trying to do this again. We'll grab that. And if I could just keep it straight, we'd be perfectly fine, right? Okay, rolling through. There we go. Come on, you can do it. You can reverse. Yeah, I think we'll definitely bring the smaller excavator in here. We'll purchase this loader. Sorry. We'll purchase the smaller one and bring it in here, I think. So I think what's going to happen now as well is we're going to be at the point where we won't have any choice but to be buying the dump plates to sit on top of the conveyors. There we go. Dump all of that there, and we should be seeing our money going up, which we are, as you can see, as it's producing all of that stuff. So that's a good thing. I think that might be our copper. No, that's a little bit of coal actually in there. So I thought we might have seen our copper vein right there, but we haven't. So just going to keep going. Probably make myself a little bit of space in here, I reckon. But I think it's a matter of getting our money up to the point where we can actually buy this small excavator as well and bring that in here. Just widen this hole up a little bit. There we go. Nice. Alright, so let's just turn him off for now. Let's head back over here, and you can see everything working and everything running through the conveyors where it needs to. So I think we're getting some more coal coming through here, which we're not like pushing too much out. But everything else is working, and that's going straight into the sell point, which is really, really cool. So I think you can see the benefits there as well of, do we have anything in there? We don't really have any. Well, we do have some straight conveyors there. We'll throw that in, throw that and that and that. Just need to get rid of some of this stuff here. Yeah, I've already got those in there, so that's what I needed. That's what I was looking for. All right, cool. And they're straight 4 times as well, but they're the new ones. So, yeah, when we do those, we're going to have to end up getting the drop plates and sitting those on top, which is going to be a little bit more expensive, isn't it? We won't be able to do it this way, so we may have to jiggle things around a little bit by pulling them out of the hole down below our underground one, and basically bringing them up here. So let's get that out. Let's get rid of you. There we go. Lovely. We'll use that as a dump point in there, which will be good. Bring all of this out to there, and then we'll throw these in here. This kind of helps prevent, well, for me, I feel like it helps prevent the dirt piling up, basically. So, and we'll get this fella out of here. And that one out of there. And that should be okay. So we'll continue digging on here. At some point we will neaten up the entrance to this hole as well. All right, beautiful. So one of the other things that we're going to have to do is make sure that we remember to turn our generator off when we're not when we're not using the plant. So we're going to have to be pretty careful of that, I think. Really having a lot of trouble in here today, aren't I? And I really feel like it's because that's the large excavator, so... I know I'm losing a fair bit of money by... by direct selling. And I've crashed. All right, that was a little bit of a crash there. Probably because I've had it running for so long, I would say. I don't think it's anything to do with the beta. The last time I had the machine running, or my computer running for a very long time, I started having the same issues. So that's kind of that. Let's pop into there and grab him. We may actually be better if I pull all of these out. I reckon we might be better putting flat pieces in, and we were producing flat pieces, I believe, in our thing, weren't we? So you can see these flat pieces, that these pieces of basically of floor that we've got sitting here, which we don't have there. All right, let me get rid of that because that nobulous piece there is really annoying the crap out of me. Okie dokie. Right. I do wonder whether you can actually dump. Can you dump? Like, could I dump that in there? No, I can't. I was just wondering. Sounds like our generator's turned off. I hope that crash didn't kill everything. No, generator's still running. Why is it? It's not running. Okay, cool. Cool, that's fine. We don't want it to run while we're sorting out this crashing stuff, which means that I am going to need to save. There we go. Confirm that. And I don't believe, as I said, that was a crash issue relating to the beta version. I think it was it's probably more my fault, I would say. So do we keep selling, guys, or do we actually... Oh, it's so hard because we're probably losing so much money if we're not producing. Problem is that we probably want to... They're still making cement there, which is good. We probably want to be at the point where... Oh, we've got nothing in storage there. Interesting. Okay, so we'll probably throw some ruby in there and we'll get that producing. Oh, which is only one. Yeah, great. Good one, Simi. We've got nothing sitting in there either. Oh, no, because I think we were producing other stuff there, weren't we? So we've got cement and gravel in there. Got cement in there. And cement in there. Did we have some more of these? We certainly did have some more concrete floors. There we go. Lovely. So we'll throw that out there. And we may go up the top and see what we can see what we've got there to sell off as well. I want to keep hold of these conveyor storages because I don't know. I still haven't found them in the game, but I reckon they're probably in there. I think so. We could probably sell like the froth floater and that storage and stuff if we wanted to. If we wanted to save ourselves a little bit of money, but we won't bother with that. Okay, through we go. We just need to make enough money to get ourselves the smaller loader, which we'll have a squeeze at in a sec. I reckon this might be a better way to do it. Like that. Now that we're producing these on our own, it's actually a really good thing. So, you. And stuff that up. Thank you. Don't get so excited. There we go. Lovely. There we go. That rolls through there. And that'll probably actually help us a little bit with what we're trying to achieve here as well. So let's go and turn this little beast back on. And hopefully we don't have another crash. Otherwise I'm going to have to restart my computer. So generator on. And make sure that you are on as well and producing what you need to produce. Excellent. And that's actually reset my view there as well. Cool. Okay. Just after that crash. Right, let's roll. Let's roll with this, guys, and get some stuff done. We're definitely getting a straighter cut now anyway. That's definitely going to help us out. Did we? Yes, I did. And maybe that's where we're going to have the issue. Yeah, look, I just had another fatal error. All right, guys, so I'm back in it. I had another fatal error, which means that I am actually going to have to reboot my computer and stuff. So I will do that. But what I will do is I'll leave this episode as a bit of a short episode. And just purely because to do all the rebooting and stuff, I don't want to come back in and try and record and stuff. And this recording's been going for like 32 minutes. However, it's not 32 minutes of actual gameplay. So it's probably only about 15 or 20 minutes. But that's okay. That's okay. That's fine. So we've got all of that stuff there. Got all of that. We've got that happening. We've got our power plant working now. Which is, our power working and our whole plant working, which is really, really good. And I think we will probably purchase ourselves a smaller loader, maybe, I reckon. Yeah, you see, something like that probably to work in there would be a good idea. Which is only 78 grand, so we're not too far off of that. Yeah, or maybe, yeah, I think not that beast. Well, there's four, like, we could get that in there, couldn't we? That's 46 grand, so we could probably afford that straight off the bat. So I might actually do that. I might actually purchase this beast here. And what I'll do is I'll go into the map and I will return the big fella. And I should have in here somewhere the little guy and the big fella. Right, cool. So I'll bring the big fella out here and we'll drop him in. No, that's the little one. We'll drop him in there. And I'll drop the... if we do a little bit of cleaning here, let's do a save really quickly while we're trying to get this happening. I apologize about the save screens and everything. I'm not going to cut them out because I am lazy. At the moment I am anyway. Been a very busy and very, very interesting week at work, to be honest. Okay, so that fixes that up. Cool. I want to get a concrete block in there as well. Like that. All right, and then I want to probably flatten this out a little bit as well, just to make it look a little bit neater, because it was looking a little bit jagged. And then let's throw him in there, and we should be able to drive him in and start doing some work in there. There we go. And we'll use him to start digging that out. So it was an investment. It was definitely an investment, but probably a valid investment. So, but they're the changes that we have made. They are the changes that we have made. We've kind of, I reckon we've done all right. You know, I reckon I've done all right setting all of that up. And again, with definitely with help from the wonderful Split in Two Gaming, because you know, I did watch. I always watch his videos all the time, and I did watch his videos in regards to the new updates and stuff as well. So that was really, really good. So again, I appreciate that. And if you haven't been to his channel, then and you want to check it out, then he does long format. He does some tutorials, but he does mainly long format live streaming of Out of Ore. So check it out. But there you go, guys. Sell point. Let me know what you think in regards to whether we should just directly sell or whether we should store, process, and sell. Directly selling is just for like a temporary thing for trying to make as much money as we possibly can. So I'm kind of that's my thoughts behind that. Is to directly sell to try and make as much as we possibly can. Well, not as much as we possibly can, but to build our money up a little bit without having to wait for all the processing and all of that stuff as well. So let me know, as I said, what you think. Let's do a straight ×1 in there as well. Now, how are we going to go if we try to move down to there? It's going to drop it down. So we probably actually need to there will be a way to do it. It should line up, so we should be okay. So I reckon maybe a left hand or a right hand one there. We've got a left, so let's throw the left in there. And I don't think we have a right left. We don't have a right left over. There we go, that works there. Let's maybe remove this fella here. Up there. And it's gonna drop off our drive past point a little bit. It doesn't reach, does it? You bugger. You bugger. Oh, yeah, because we're one off, aren't we? That's right. We're actually one off there, so I forgot that. So we may have to go up. Okay, so I think probably the best way to do that is to, I was going to leave this short, wasn't I? I think probably the best way to do this would be to actually bring, probably actually put that in there like that. Bring an elevator in, which we do have another elevator here. Which is an 8-meter elevator. Bring that in. Where did I throw that? Down there. Should have thrown it up there. Put him in there. Bring him across. Like so. No, not that one. That one. And probably a 2 times like that. That should dump onto there, I would say. So we but we're going to need to power this whole system up as well. So That's gonna be something that we're gonna need to do as well, which we do have inside here. We do have another power input here, which can probably, which would hopefully snap to here somewhere. We could put a splitter in there somewhere. We need to find a point, and all of this here all needs to be connected. So that's going to be a big issue. It's going to be a massive issue. But something that we can sort out another time, guys, because that's going to block out that area there, isn't it? So I apologize about the crashing. Again, I don't believe that it's crashing because of the beta. I believe it's probably crashing because I've had my system on for quite a while. So I will see you guys in the next episode, and we'll figure this stuff out, and we'll figure out exactly how we're going to go with this, because we're going to need to basically somehow sort all of this out and get this all operating. So we're kind of almost got stuff lined up, so maybe a point of having a hopper down below, and we'll see how we go. But thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next episode. I might fiddle with that in the meantime. Bye for now.